Okay, so we're going to go to D2L. All right, we're going to come down to module 4 here. And then we're going to look at the sample drawing of the structural section. Now this is this is section A. We kind of place the call out for this section on the framing plan as well as the foundation plan. So this is that section that we called out on both of those drawings. Okay, this is a building section, which is like sort of a vertical slice through the entire structure. And we see this section here is looking toward column lines A, B, and C. And what you're going to be doing, okay, you're going to use some of the elements that you created in the framing plan, as well as some of the components you created in the foundation plan, to kind of bring those together by copying and pasting to form this building section. Okay. So as we look at this section more closely, we can see you already created this section here as section B when you did the framing plan. So what you're going to do, you're going to open up the framing plan and you're going to copy this section, which is section B, okay? Which is along column line C. And then of course, over here along column line A, this is the same section B, just mirrored, okay? So actually this is section A, section B, pardon me, that you created when you drew the framing plan, and the mirror image of section B, okay? Good, so now we have this section here, which actually is the top portion of section C that you created in the framing plan as well. So you see how you're going to copy this, okay? You're going to copy that, and then you're going to create these column lines here, okay? 15 feet apart, right? Column line C is at the center of this tube steel. Column line B is at the center of this tube steel. Column line A is at the center of this tube steel. All right, and then I'm sure you recognize this section right here, right? Section A that you created when you drew the foundation plan. So are you going to copy and paste this section in from the foundation plan, place it in your new drawing, and of course, this section over here is a mirror image of the section A here. So you see how we're going to take these components using these dimensions to kind of form this building section. So this is not a very difficult assignment. It's just getting started. That's going to be that will have the most difficulty. All right. So that gives you a basic understanding, and then we're going to be adding now this brick veneer that you're going to take from the detail component manager. This is not going to be lines, but it's actually it's going to be taken from the detail component manager as I explain it further. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, we have some wall insulation here. That's actually a detail component. Detail component here for the insulation here. Of course, you can recognize these channels and this S-frame as being detail components. You already have the spacing of these given to you when you created the framing plan. Okay. Let's see what else. Zoom in a little further. Okay. Zoom in a little further to this detail here. Again, the brick veneer is going to be a detailed component. The insulation is going to be a detailed component. This coping that's going on top of this wall here, that is a detailed component. Again, insulation here, detailed component. Again, I'm going to reiterate that the channels here and this S beams are all also detailed components, and everything else is going to be lines. Everything else is going to be lines. Zoom out some more. Okay, that gives you a basic overall view of what we're going to be doing. Is it any questions relative to how we're going to approach it? Okay, all right, so no questions. So now let's go to the actual instructions, okay? Okay. So what you're going to be doing is starting a new drawing using the architectural structural template. That's your first task. Okay. Then, of course, you're going to need to open the framing plan, okay? And you're going to copy sections B and C into the new drawing, just using the clipboard. Okay, you're just using the clipboard, okay? And then you're going to open the foundation plan and you're going to copy and paste section A into the new drawing, okay? And then you're going to use those parts to start to assemble the section A, okay? And using the dimensions given to you on the structure section sample drawing, okay? All right, so now, this is for those of you who have already submitted the foundation plan. This is what you do. This is what you need to do, that is, before you actually start the CAD work. I need you to go to module 3. I'm speaking to those of you who've already submitted the foundation plan. You're going to go to module 3. Okay. You're going to scroll down to the end here, and you're going to watch this video. Types of foundations in building design. This video here. After you watch this video, then you're going to go to quizzes. And you're going to take this module 3 commercial foundation quiz. All right. After you finish the quiz, then you can start on the section for module 4. Okay. Any questions?
I had some questions before I turned in the foundation plan.
Okay, good. So now I've covered those people. This is just for those people who are ready to move on. What I'm going to do, what I'm going to do now is field questions for those people who are still working on the commercial foundation plan. Okay. All right. So I'm ready to ask you a question. Who am I talking to?
All right, this is Neil. Mine's just real quick. The hatchings on the S pattern layer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then the concrete. Did you want that, the actual hatching? Did you want that on the concrete layer, or do you want that on the pattern layer?
No. All hatching that is going to go on the S pattern layer. All hatching.
Okay, in the concrete.
Yep.
Right. And then that below the slab, is that the gravel hatching?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then one last thing. Then I couldn't in the the in the design tools,
Yes.
I couldn't get the A2 what's it called, the detail thing to come up. But I had a section what's it called?
Okay, I think I'm understanding. You couldn't get the detail component manager to come up for you?
Well, I couldn't get it to import a set like the 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 name underneath the title underneath of the
Oh,
section.
oh,
But
the
I
main
already
title.
Yes, so I already had one, so I couldn't put it in paper space, but I was able to put them both in the actual in model space. So I had them
Okay,
in my viewports.
yeah, but I don't want you to do that. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I want you to create all of the main titles in paper space. Okay, so uh, I think the
Well, I could probably copy them and then change the scales and maybe put it in paper space. That would work.
okay. At any rate, yes. At any rate, I need those main titles to be in paper space.
All right. All
Okay.
right, that's all I got. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
good where I'm at. All right.
Okay. Good. All right. So I'm filling questions for those people who are still working on their foundation plan. Does anybody else have a question relative to the foundation plan?
I have a question relative to the commercial framing plan. I'm trying to finish up here.
Sure.
How do I get that grout?
The grout, the grout is a hatch pattern. It's called sand. It's called AR sand.
Okay, I'll find it.
Yes.
I just couldn't locate it. And you said we should do all of the dimensioning in paper space, if I heard you right?
No, no. Z, I want you to share your screen with me. I want to see where you are, because I know you have difficulties and stuff like that. So let me see where you are, and we can talk through it together. How about that?
Okay. Just 1 second. Yes,
Okay, can you share your screen with me now?
yes, it's still disabled.
Okay. Okay, I've stopped sharing, so you should be able to. Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go. Sorry, that was my fault.
Okay, that's fine.
Now you should be able to share with me.
Okay, this is how far I am right now.
Okay. Okay. So now you have all of the good. You have all of the annotation in model space, right? And you've changed your annotation scale relative to the particular section that you're working on. Is that correct?
Yes, I did that.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
I'm sure I did that.
Okay, yeah, it looks like you did. So
Yeah.
now what's your question?
Okay, my question was, did I have to do any of these things that I just did in model space, in paper space? Or I'm
No.
good so
No, all that you've done in model space is what you're supposed to have done in model space.
okay.
Okay.
So with the sections, the remaining sections,
Mhm.
I have to just draw them with the exception of the detail.
Well, now you're going to have to draw as we look at the sample drawing. You're going to have to draw in model space as a separate drawing the plan detail 2
Yes.
and the section C. However, detail 1, okay, that is the same section as the top of section A. That's not a separate drawing.
Yeah, it's just the top of section A.
Correct. It's not a separate drawing. When you annotate it, however, you're going to have to change your annotation scale to 1.5 inches and then add those dimensions and those notes. Right here, right here. I think I covered that in a video.
Yes, I haven't gotten to that point yet because
Okay,
the sections are
that's
really,
that's really covered in that video, and
yeah.
how that you're going to create detail 1 from section A.
Okay. So can I just, since I'm a little behind, can I just use this time to catch up, finish this
Yes,
up, and then get on the next drawing?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely,
Thank you. I'll be in and out. Thank you so much.
no problem. Okay, are there any other questions relative to any previous work or the foundation plan? All right, if there's no questions, I'm going to let you work. If you have a question, I'm here. Okay, I'm getting started myself with the structural section as an example. So what I've done, I've already created a new drawing using my architectural structural template, and I've renamed it here, as you can see, to structural section. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put in the column grid lines, okay, the vertical ones for column lines C, B, and A. So I've drawn my first column line here. Of course, my current layer is S grid. Okay. I changed my annotation scale down here to 1/2 of an inch equals a foot, because that's what it's going to need to be when I start to do my annotation. So I might as well do it now. All right. So now I have my first line here, and I'm just going to offset this. I'm going to offset it by 15 feet. And then another 15 feet. All right, so this is the center of column line C. the center of column line B, and the center of column line A. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to my framing plan. Okay. And I don't have it all drawn, but you get the idea of what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to take this section here, which is a little different than yours, but I'll make that correction later. So I want to copy and paste this. So I'm going to go to clipboard here. And I'm just going to go copy. And I'm going to select all of this. Okay. I'm going to right click. And I'm going to go to my section drawing here. Zoom in here. And I'm going to go paste, clipboard paste. Okay, and here's that section right there. Good. So I'm just going to move this. I'm going to move this to the center. I'm going to move it to the center of this grid. Okay, make sure my snaps are running in the background. Okay, midpoint's running, perpendicular's running. Okay, good. So make sure my F3 is on. There it is. So now I can move it to here, to this perpendicular there. All right, so now that's my column line. That's my column line A. So I see I have my lines here are just too long. I just use my stretch command. Turn this up after the off. Just get good. And I can come over here and do the same thing. Okay, I can take the right click, repeat, stretch, crossing the window. Okay. F3 back on, F3 off. Okay. Good. I'm going to save it right now. Okay. Good. So now I can do. Does an extension that gets me closer to where I need to be. All right. And now I can just, of course, I don't have all of the components here, but I'm just giving you an idea of how to get started. Okay. So now I can come over here. Okay. I need a channel. I need a channel here, but you already have your channel there. Okay. So do I want to add a channel now? I'll just let me pause for a second and add that channel. Okay, so I've added that channel, as you can see here, channel at the end, and it's actually to the end of the channel from the center of this column line C is 3 feet, so I've added that. So now all I have to do, I need to mirror this over here to column line A. Okay, so I'm just going to go to see how mirror, there it is right there, I've already used it. Select my objects, just going to be here. Good. Select my mirror point, which is going to be here. Okay, and I want to put it there. And I do not want to erase my source. Good. All right, so now I've copied and mirrored that. That's good. All right. So now I'm going to deal with column line A. column line B. And what you can do, you can copy the top portion of column line C from your framing plan to here. So right now, I'm just going to copy. This footing, the footing and the base plate and the column, and this channel. Yes, I'm going to copy. Top plate. I'm going to copy this, the footing, the base plate, and the grout, and all that. Okay. Using this as my base point, I'm just going to copy over to here. Good. All right. So then what I could do, okay, actually, I see what happened here. This channel goes down to here. So let me make that correction. Make that correction. So I'm going to just I need to make a correction here. I need to take this S-beam and put it up here. Okay, so I'm just going to select S-beam. Okay, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it up to there. Good. Down. Now I can move everything down. Okay, so now I want to repeat move, and I'm going to move all of this. Good. Of course, I have to have my perpendicular O-snap working for me as well. Okay, so I might as well go ahead and save that. My mouse wants to be hung up here, but that's okay. Okay, having trouble with my mouse, but that's okay. So I had to make the correction here because this S beam here is on top of this channel. Okay, just as it looks on the building section sample drawing. Okay. Okay, back in business with my mouse. Let's change my battery. Okay, good. All right, so you see why I made that correction. I put the S beam where it should be on top of the channel here. Good, so I could copy it again, but I'm just gonna go ahead and move it like I did before. Okay. I'm just gonna move it up to where it should be. It should be on top of the channel right here. And then I can take all of this and I can move it down to there. Good, so now that's correct, good. All right, so what I can do now is so now what I could do, well, why don't I just take this and I'm going to delete this, okay? So now I can bring this channel all the way over. Let's see, there to stretch. I'm just going to stretch it from here. And I'm going to stretch it all the way over here to the end of this channel. Okay, good. Good. And then I need to copy this S beam here also over to, this is column line, what the column line is, it is column line B, all right, so. So with that, I have the basic structural system there, okay? So now, let's see what I can do. I need to add the floor. I need to add the floor. So now I have to go back to my foundation plan. And what I want to do, I don't need to copy all of this. So let's see, what do I need to do? I can copy this. Let's go to clipboard first. Didn't have to, but go here. I can copy this. I can copy this foundation here. But we need the brick veneer. I'm gonna copy this in my floor. Good. Oops. Copy. Select that objects. Copy this. Just okay. And then I'm going to go to my file structure section. I'm going to paste it in. Okay. All right. So now I have my floor system in there. It needs to be, see, when I look at my section, I'll go back to section A on the foundation plan. Okay, that slab needs to be 3'5" from the center of this column line. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my existing grid here, offset it by 3'5". Good. Use it as a reference point, and then let's see. I need to establish the top of the floor. Okay, so the top of the floor is actually 8 inches above the top of the footing. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm just going to give myself a reference line here. I'm just making little reference lines. Okay, and then I'm going to offset that. I'm going to offset that by 8 inches for the top of my floor. Good. So now what I need to do is to move. So I need to, thank you very much. I need to move this, okay, including this line here, from this point here to right here, in the section right here. Good. All right. So now I've made my slab 3 feet 5 inches from the center of this column here, and I've made it 8 inches above the footing right there. Right, so now I can erase these lines that I don't need anymore. Good. Well, I can just move this again. And actually, I can get rid of this hidden line here because I don't need these lines anymore. All right. Good. Okay. So let's see what I want to do. I think I want to take these lines here, and I want to pull them back to here. Right? Because this column here is going to interrupt this floor slab. That's what it's going to do. Okay. So now I can mirror all this stuff here, right here. This footing. Asking for my mirror point, I'll put it right here. Good. Nope, I do not want to erase my source. There we go. So now I have I've mirrored this footing over here. So now, just to keep everything pure, what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this line right here. Oop, the double lines in there too. Delete the line right there. Good. Come on. I'm going to make this my current layer. Slab, but I just made it my current layer. And I'm going So I'm just going to bring it all the way through. All right. Going to delete this line here. Take this line here. Bring it all the way through. Save my drawing now. Good. All right. And then now I have my floor slab in there. Okay. Then I'm just going to break. Okay, I'm gonna break the floor slab. I need to break this line here. I'm gonna choose my first point here. And I'm gonna break it again. Choose my first point. Okay, save my drawing again. All right, so now I've added the, of course yours is gonna have hatching and all that. Okay, I've added the floor slab, the turn down footing for the wall, okay? Columns, footings, okay, good. Okay, let me get out of this. Okay, okay, I want to come up here and I want to add a layer here because that I need. Okay, I need to add an S and a note layer. Okay, so I'm going to start here. Start with this one. And I'm just going to go. Okay, and I'm going to add capital S. Oops. All right, I'll do it here then. S and O. Note layer. Yeah, I want it to be blue. Good. All right. Good. All right. Make it my active layer. Good. So now I'm gonna put to do a circle here. I'm gonna use 2 point. Good. Okay, so what I did there, you saw what I did there, and I think the circle doesn't look right. Okay, so let me just delete that. So I want to add a tolerance reference bubble here. And I wanted to have a 1'6", pardon me, diameter. I make sure first of all that my annotation scale down here is 1/2 inch. It's a foot, okay? Because that is the scale of the section. Okay. So make sure my F8 is on. Okay, and my diameter is going to be 1'6". I think that looks right. Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. All right. And then I'm going to see, go to annotate here, make sure that my arch textile is current. Okay. Single line text. Choose my justification, which is going to be middle center. And that's going to be column line C. I think that reference bubble is a little bit too large. Let's see. Yeah, let's change that. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to change that again. I'm going to change that reference bubble to have a diameter of 1'9" inches. Let's go 12 inches. Okay. All right, so I changed that to have a diameter of 12 inches. All right, so I'm just going to yeah, I like the way that looks better. Okay, good. So now I'm just going to copy this. And change this to B. Oops. And change this to A. All right. So you see, I changed the diameter of this circle to be 12 inches instead of 1'6". Again, I like the way it looks better. All right. And of course, I made sure that my annotation scale down here was 1.5 inches equals a foot.
On the drawing,
Yes.
the dimension for the brick veneer height,
Mm-hmm.
it's like 14 feet parentheses -5 and then 5/16. Is that a typo?
No, I'm going to change that. Okay, I'm going to change that. But no, that's not a type. No, that's not a typo. Um, so are you're at the brick veneer already?
Yeah, I'm pretty much at the point where I need to add like the membrane and the coping and all that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and develop this section here. I want to bring that. I'm going to extend that coping, right?
Okay.
Where the wall. Let me hold on a second. 1 second. Make sure that I'm recording this.
Yeah, you're recording.
Yeah. Um, where the wall bypasses the roof elevation,
Mm-hmm.
that's called a parapet. I'm going to change the coursing of the brick so that it ends at an even brick course. Okay.
Okay.
Um, and and of course that's going to change the height of the parapet as well.
Gotcha. All
Okay.
right. So I can just hold off on that, I guess.
Okay. I'm sure you have other things to do, right?
Yeah, I can just dimension stuff and put like leaders in and things like that.
Okay.
The 1.5 inch roof deck,
Mm-hmm.
is that supposed to be on a particular layer or?
Yeah. I created I created another layer here. Let's go here. Because that is a detail component though. It's going to come in with its own layer, but I created another layer here and I called it right here. So this I called it
S.
sec line. Okay, it has a continuous line type, and right now the color is yellow. I may change the color later, but right now make it yellow. Okay.
S sect
Now we're going to
line.
yeah. Then
Okay, we're gonna make it yellow.
we're gonna make it yellow for right now. I may change it later.
Okay.
Now that is a detail component. It's roof decking. So I'm gonna see if you can find it. Well, no, I'm gonna help you right now. If you go to detail component here, okay, of course in US, let's go to division 7. Let's go to division 7, see if it's there.
Okay.
Okay, let's open it up. Division 7, we got roof accessories to do.
Smoke vents.
Okay, it's not flashing. Sheet metal flashing, no. It's not, okay. Nope. Okay, let's go back up to metals. Let's see.
Would it be called like a roof deck?
No,
Is that its
no,
technical-
here it is, metals. Let's go to steel decking right here. Metals,
Oh, so it's in
division
it says
5,
Division
right.
5.
Steel decking.
All right, hold on. Steel decking.
And then roof decking.
Okay.
Okay, what is the thickness of the roof decking?
1.5 inches.
Okay, 1.5 inches, right? Okay,
Yep.
so let's go to 1.5 inches. Let's see. And it comes in different gauges,
Yeah.
but let us let us
Looks
see.
like there's different types: IR, NR, WR.
Yeah, so we're just going to choose one for our purpose. Let me see. Roof deck. See how this one's going to look. Uh, Sometimes they are, you have different kind of roof decking. Sometimes you have a concrete roof and it's supported by roof decking. So that's a little different. But we're not going to belabor this too much. Aha. Okay. Yes. We're going to. We're going to use the IR. Okay. Good.
IR 18, 20, or 22.
Uh, it's a. We don't want. Let's go 22.
Okay.
Okay. IR 22. Okay. All right. So let's. I'm just going to insert it here. Right now. Now you know we can. Okay. When we look at the view, let's see what we're going to do. We're going to go side view. I think that's
Yeah.
side view, and then see. Then you can draw it all the way over. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
There we go. All right. So you can work on that.
Yep. All right. Well, that's done. But
Okay.
I'll just wait, you know.
No, that's okay. And then do you on top of that we have insulation, right?
Yeah.
Did you find the insulation?
I can look. Let me check.
Okay. Okay. Now insulation is going to be in Division 7.
Membrane roofing, or no,
Nope.
thermal insulation.
Yep.
I guess we want rigid insulation.
Absolutely.
And then, oh yeah, that's in the note. So it's on 2 layers of 2-inch rigid insulation.
There
Okay.
we go. So you're going to put two layers. Okay.
2 layers. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 layers. All right. And then
Cool.
of course we may have to go back a little later and adjust some of these layers. But right now just use the layers that
Okay.
with the component. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
And we want all of these on the detail component layer, right? Or this S-sect line.
Yes, for right now. Yes. Yes.
Okay. And it looks like there's a single ply roof membrane on top of the
Yes,
insulation.
and that's that's just going to be a line. So what I want you to do, I want you to above the insulation, give me about a half of an inch space, okay? And it wouldn't be a space there, but we already put a space there, you know, for architectural license, so you can tell the difference between the actual single ply membrane and the insulation. So give me, okay, you got insulation, half an inch space, and then draw that as a single line.
Okay. Still on the same
Yeah,
section
we
line
can change
layer.
it later. Just
Cool.
just put it all on all right now on the
The same.
X line layer.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. That's done. And
Okay. So I'm going to use you as a guinea pig. Okay. So now go back to the brick veneer.
Yep.
And I want you to bring it up. Okay. And it needs to go past the top of the deck, right? Which you've drawn in, but I want it to stop at an even course.
Even course.
Even
Okay.
course.
Let me
And I
get
want
the
you to tell me
bricks up.
what that is. Okay?
Yeah. So let's see. It would be under Division 4, probably masonry.
Correct?
Clay unit,
Yep.
masonry,
Oh,
bricks.
yep. Okay, now hold on. Let me, we can do that part together. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah, so we can do that part together. So let's go back up here. Yep, 4. Okay, we want to go clay masonry unit. Okay, good. Let's go to bricks. Okay. Now, we want to use the first one here. Standard brick with 3/8 of an inch joint. That's what we want to use.
Okay.
Okay.
Insert
So now,
component.
of course, when you insert that, it's going to allow you to, let's look at it. Okay, in section, we can do it in section view, elevation view. No,
Elevation pattern, maybe?
no.
Oh, no.
Section view. All right, so let's see. So that's,
Okay.
when we do it in section view, see, here's what we can do.
Yep.
Well, I guess I'm right here. I might as well do it right here. Okay, I'm going to place it. I'm going to place it right here right now. Okay, and
Right on that. Okay.
right because
And we started, yeah, the joint is on the bottom, right? There is
yeah,
still a joint
yeah,
on the bottom.
absolutely. You got to start with a joint at the bottom. All right, and
Okay.
we're just going to bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it adds them as we go.
Yes.
That's neat.
Okay, let me just do some extents. If it will let me. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, so now bring it up.
Looks like we could go, if we want to go higher, the next brick higher would, for me, I'm getting 14 and then 5 3/4.
Okay, that sounds good. And so that means it's, you said,
Well, yeah, anywhere past, I guess, 5 7/8, it'll generate a new brick.
okay, we just want, we don't want to have a half brick at the top. We want a full brick.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, I think I got that.
So now what elevation is that?
It's saying 14 feet, 6 5/8 inch.
That sounds good.
Okay, cool.
So now we're gonna use that to determine the height of our parapet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay?
Do we have to count these bricks?
Pardon me?
Do we have to count the number of bricks?
See, that's when you look at the dimension there. Okay, you see,
Gotcha.
it says how many courses plus how many joints. That's the way we're going to actually denote that. Yep. Yeah, we are going to denote the courses, because then the mason will know how many courses it's going to take to build that wall.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Give me that dimension again.
Let me see. Hold on. I entered it. Let me get it for you. It is. I am getting
14 feet.
14, 5 5/16. 14 feet, 5 5/16 inches.
Right. So see, that's what that dimension was right there. See what I'm saying? 14. Well, it's the same dimension that I have.
It's a little high. Yeah, I basically just went and I waited till like the detail component manager loaded a brick in, and I erred on like the higher side of the number.
Okay, but I want you to give me an actual dimension. Okay.
That's what I did.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
So the actual dimension is
from the base of the slab that these bricks are resting on,
correct.
to the very top of the top brick, I'm getting 14 feet 5 5/16 inches.
Well, that's what I have too. Okay, that's good.
Cool.
That's good. All right, that works.
Nice. And when we go in, yeah, because when I zoom into like the bottom of the brick layer, there is that little air gap between the bricks and the foundation, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
Okay,
I want that to be there.
cool. Gotcha. Just making sure.
Okay. What I just did there, this is my dumb way of doing it. I know I'm going to have these channels here that they're going to be 3 feet on center. So I just made little reference lines there. Okay. So now I want to put those channels in. Those channels are 6 by 8.2. So I'm going to go to the detail component manager. And I'm going to go to metals, division 5. Structural steel framing. And we use the AISC shapes. Okay, and then but I'm looking for channel shapes at the top right here. Channel shapes right here. This one here. And I need my. See, let's scroll down until I get to the one that I need. Oops, I think I went past it. Here we go. C6 times 8.2, this one here. That's the one I'm going to use anyway. All right, so I'm going to insert it here. I'm going to insert it in section view. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And I'm just going to insert it right here, right now. Then I'm going to move it.
The architectural array command works really well for that.
Yeah, I know, Rod. So
No, I had to it took me like 5 minutes to get like the combination right, but
right,
I was
but
like learning it,
sure. So, but any way you want to do it is fine. Okay.
Gotcha. Cool.
I'm just going to do it the dumb way. I'm not going to use a rectangular array, but I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's fine. Good. So now that I have one in the right position, and you see, I placed it at the center of my reference point because it is from center to center concerning the channels. So now I can just copy it. Oops. And I think
What's the distance between each of those channels?
okay. You tell me. What is it? Tell me. Because from column to column is 15 feet. So what do you think it is?
Now, does it matter? I have my channels facing the other direction. Does that matter?
We want to face them the same way that the sample drawing is placed.
Is there a particular reason or?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not a particular reason. No,
I just figured it would be like it wouldn't matter.
no, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. But if your employer gave you a sketch, right, and the sketch showed the channels in this orientation, you would place them in this orientation, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably. Okay.
Yes. Oh, no, you would. No, you would. Okay.
Depends on how well I knew my employer, you know.
Well, that's true too. That's true too. But
right, I'll flip 'em, I'll
for
flip 'em.
job security, I wouldn't push it too much.
Yeah, right. I'll flip them. Should be
Okay.
easy with a mirror.
Yeah, maybe easier to mirror. All right. So I'm just going to now delete those reference lines that I don't really need anymore. All right. So that brings me up to, oh, and then I want to add one more channel because that's going to help. I'm going to add another channel here because we're about to add the roof framing. I mean the roof decking to this. So we need support here. I need to support that roof decking because the roof deck is going to go on next. But when it comes over here, it needs something to rest on. So I'm going to add another channel here. So I'm just going to copy this channel up. Copy this channel and oops. I'm going to. Okay. There we go. I'm going to copy it up to here. So I have two channels there. And again, when my roof decking comes up over here like this, now I have something to land on. So I need to do that on the opposite end as well. Cool. All righty. So now I have my channels, and sometimes these are called purlins. I have my channel purlins there. So now I'm about to create the base for my roof, right? And we're going to be using what's called roof decking, okay? Which is a detail component. Oh, and for those who missed it, okay, I added another section, another layer that is. I added another layer and I called it, here it is right here, S-sec line. And right now it's yellow, okay, and it's continuous, okay? All right, and because because I'm going to put that, I'm going to make my S line layer, there it is right there. I'm going to make it my current layer, good. Now I'm going to put that roof decking on that layer. So it is a detail component, so I'm going to go here. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Division 5 for metals. And I'm going to come down to steel decking right here, steel decking. Then roof decking, open that up, okay. And what we decide, there are various thicknesses, right? This first number here is a thickness, so we have 1 inch. We want to use 1.5 inches, okay? And we're going to use the first one here. We're going to use NR, okay, right here. 1.5 roof deck, and we're gonna use this gauge here. What gauge did we use? Did we use 18 or 22? I remember.
It's 22.
Okay, good, thank you.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna use the 22 gauge right here, okay? Good. So this is the one we're gonna use. 1.5 thickness, IR 22. Nope. It's the one we're gonna use. 1.5 NR 22 roof deck, okay, 22 gauge, okay, correction. 1.5 NR 22 gauge, all right? So now we're gonna insert that into our drawing. And you know, with the detail component, we can insert it with different view orientations. So we're gonna use side. Okay. So it's already selected, oops. Okay, so I want to start it at the end of that channel. Good, right there. And I'm gonna bring it all the way across. All the way across, so it ends at the other channel. Okay, cool. All right. So now we have our roof decking.
When you're done explaining that, I have a quick question.
You can ask me now.
Oh, okay. So in the detail component on the drawing, there is in between the brick and the 2-inch rigid insulation that runs vertical up the wall. I know there's a 2-inch airspace.
Right.
And then it looks like from behind the 2-inch rigid insulation, there's a 1/2 inch thick gypsum wallboard.
Yes.
But then above that, it says an air infiltration barrier.
Okay. Right. That's
like a Tyvek.
Exactly right.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we don't really show that, right? We're going to note it because it would be impossible to show it. So
okay.
So on top of that gypsum sheathing, we're going to have that tie back.
Okay. Is the gypsum sheathing, is that a detail component, or are we just going to offset it?
Well, it is a detail component.
Yep. Do you want us to insert it in like that?
I want you to use the detail component. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so we have our decking on there. So what's next? So now we have to put our, I think maybe we should do we want to deal with the wall? Let's see, do you want to go to the wall or do you want to continue with it? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put.
Real quick, what do you guys have? You have the S beams, or the channels, and then you have what's above the channels, and then you have the roofing.
Right. This is the roof decking that we just put on right here.
Okay, so it goes channels. What's that layer between that? The layer between that, is that just a space of?
You mean from here to here?
Between the channel and the roofing.
Between the channel and the roof.
Yeah, that's the 1.5 inch roof deck.
Right. That actually is a thickness of the roof decking.
Oh, that's what you guys just did, and then you guys are doing something else.
Right.
Yeah, I asked him a separate question about something different, like a vertical section.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so because we're showing this decking in the side view, right? But okay, let me show you.
I'm sorry. I thought you guys had moved on to something else, and I
No.
I wasn't even looking at your drawing. I'm sorry.
Okay, can you can see my screen right now, right?
Yeah.
Right. So now see we're showing this decking in the side view, but in section, this is the way it looks. So from here to there is 1.5 inches.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I think what we want to do now, before we go put the roof insulation, I think we want to deal with the wall construction. Okay.
Yeah, I messed that up. I should have done that before I did the.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do the wall construction. When you look at detail A, this is what's called a cavity wall, whereas you have like a veneer. In our case, it's brick, and then you have an air space. Okay. Then you have insulation. Okay. And then you're gonna have some sheathing, and then you're gonna have your studs for your interior wall. And then you're going to have your gypsum board for your interior finish, all right? It's called a cavity wall because of that 2-inch airspace, okay? Cavity wall. So what we want to do, we want to, first of all, let us show the brick veneer because that's going to help us. It's going to help us. All right, so the brick, when you look at my section here, this is grade, this is grade. The brick is going to come, it's going to extend below grade, and it's going to rest on this little shelf that we made here, okay? And I see I have a little issue here with this line. Well, oh, I don't know why that line is there. So that brick is going to extend below grade, and it's going to rest on this, what's called a brick shelf below grade. So this is where we're going to actually start our brick veneer from, this shelf. So it is a detail component. So we're going to go over here to the detail component. Okay. And we're going to go to masonry, because that's what it is, masonry. Okay. And bricks are made of clay. So we're going to go to clay unit masonry. Then we're going to go to bricks. Okay. There are tons of different kinds of bricks, tons. So as we kind of like go through this, right, we see that's engineered brick, that's economy brick, double, Roman, Norman, Norwegian, utility, tons of bricks. But what we're going to do, we're going to use these standard, the first one, standard brick, okay, which has these nominal dimensions. Okay? And usually when you, between the brick, we have mortar joints, and there are 2 dimensions typically used for mortar joints, 3/8 or 1/2 inch. But the most standardly used mortar joint thickness is 3/8 inch. So we're going to use that, 3/8 inch. So yeah, we're going to use that one, and then we're going to insert it into our drawing. Now, we are going to insert it in section view, okay? Section view.
Sorry, my detail component just came up. Where did you go to get the bricks?
Okay, I'll go back.
I mean, you can just tell me. I'll figure it out.
That's okay. I've done it now. So division 4, masonry, okay? And then you're going to go to clay masonry, and then you're going to go to bricks.
Clay unit masonry?
Yeah, clay unit masonry, yes.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to bricks.
Okay, sorry about that.
Right, that's okay. And then you're going to choose the first one, standard one. Okay, good.
Standard 3/8.
I like, pardon? Hello?
So standard 3/8 inch?
Yes, yes. Because when you use the standard 3/8 inch, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3/4 of brick plus 1 joint equals 8 inches, and that typically aligns up with like block masonry. So it's kind of modular. All right. So we're going to just insert it into our drawing. Insert it. We're going to insert it in section view, and we're going to start out. You're going to start with our first mortar joint right here, right there. See that? So you're going to start, and then we're just going to zoom out, and then it just adds it for us, right? It just adds it for us. And where did we stop at? 14 feet what? What did we stop at?
5 and 14 feet 5 and 5/16 inch, I believe. It doesn't really matter. It's like
No, it
you
doesn't
can
really
vary
matter.
a little bit. Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Okay, all right. So let's, you see where I stopped it, right? The main issue here is that we end at a full joint up here, not a full course. A course of brick is one mortar joint and one brick. Okay, so mortar joint plus one brick equals a course. So we want to stop at an even course, and we're going to make sure that we're all on the same page. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a linear. I'm going to do a linear dimension, and I'm going to dimension from the brick ledge. Okay, I need to change the way I'm dimensioning here. Okay, I gotta make sure. Let's go to. Okay, let's use my arch. There we go.
How do you know you're at a full course?
Because it ends with a full brick. See, it's ending at the top with a full brick and with a full brick. Okay. And what is going on with my dimensioning here? There we go. All right, so this is where we want to be. This is the dimension that we want to have. 14 feet 5 and 5/16 from the brick ledge to the top of the last course. Okay, all right. Okay, so now we have our brick veneer and we have it at the right height that we want it to be. Okay.
What layers should the bricks be on?
Right now, we're just gonna leave them, we're gonna,
Oh.
at the layer. I'll let you know in a few minutes.
All right.
Let me see what layer, because it comes in with its own layer. If we're plotting this out, I would be more particular because we haven't really set up our plot style yet because we aren't plotting. If we were, I would be more particular about the layers. But right now, just leave it. You just leave it on the layer that it came in with. That'd be fine.
All right.
That'd be fine. Okay. Okay. So now we can start to construct our cavity wall now that we have our brick veneer. Why don't we just go ahead and mirror this to the other side. So. Oops, I keep really. Okay. Okay. We should be able. Oops. Oh, I see. We're gonna have to select them. Okay. We're just gonna have to. Okay. These are the objects. Okay, we got them. All right. Enter that. Okay. We need our mirror point. Might as well be here. Okay. And we can mirror to the side. Like, oops, right there. Nope, I do not want to. There we go. So now we mirror that to the other side. Perfect.
What's your height there?
The height of the brick veneer from the brick ledge is 14 feet, 5 and 5/16. You can subtract or add courses as needed to get to that dimension. Okay, so now that we have our brick veneer on both sides here, we want to add our airspace. So how do I want to do it? See, I'm going to make the 2-inch airspace from. I'll just use this line right here. Okay. Good. So it's going to be a little.
It might be easier to go and do the top section, the 4-inch metal stud, and then just work out.
Well, I think what I want to do, okay, I want to bring this insulation up though.
Okay. I was just figuring we could bring it down, and then the 2-inch air gap is already set. But yeah, I guess.
Well, that's true. That's true. If we went to the top here, that's right. I mean, hey, we could actually go to the top here. Now see what I want to see where we're ending though.
Yeah, we got to figure out the new height.
Right. So when I look at, I think what we could do is stop the insulation. Okay, here's what we can do. Just give us a reference point. If I go to home here, line, we can stop the insulation at the bottom of this course right here for right now. Okay. Cool. So give it 2-inch line. Okay. That's my reference point. Okay, for my insulation. Mm-hmm. So now over here, I'll delete this line. Good. Now I'm going back to the top. So now the insulation that we're using, we see that it is an inch and a half. It is a 2-inch rigid insulation. Okay, I know some of you are familiar with like fiberglass insulation that's probably insulating the walls of your home or your ceiling. Okay, and that's called fiberglass bat insulation. But commercially, That's not used too often. They use rigid insulation, which is like a foam material in essence. So let's go to the detail component. Okay, anything dealing with the exterior of a structure is in Division 7, which is thermal and moisture protection, Division 7. Okay, and then we're dealing with thermal insulation right here, generally speaking. And then, okay, I just mentioned bad insulation, but we're using rigid insulation. Good. And now we have our options down here. So we're going to use 2-inch rigid insulation. All right. So we're going to be showing it in section view. So we're going to start here at the 2-inch line, and we're going to bring it all the way down. All the way down until it meets the floor. Okay, let's see. It's not showing our hatching in there, so let's see what's going on with that. Unless I had it turned off, let's see. All right. Hatching is on, and I don't know why it's not showing the hatching.
Weird, mine's working.
Yours is working? Yep, mine's
Yeah.
working, of course, because whenever I demonstrate, it doesn't work.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah, mine came up.
Good. So that's so you see that you have the opportunity to actually show the hatching or don't show the hatching. All right. So mine's not working. Yours is. That's wonderful. Okay.
Oh, right there it says specification.
Hmm.
I don't know. It says specification hatch.
What's the right detail component for the 4-inch metal stud?
No, it's going to be in metals, and it's going to be cold form metal. You want to get there? We can do that next. Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna work backwards from the stud.
Okay. So, well, here's what I want to do. Okay. Okay. So now we have our insulation. Whoops! Did I miss the sheathing? I think I missed the sheathing, didn't I?
The sheathing?
Image airspace.
Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I'm good. I'm sorry. All right. So now, okay. So now we have our sheathing here. The insulation is applied to gypsum board sheathing. Now that is a component. Okay, that is a component. So let's go to and what's the thickness of that sheathing? It is 1/2 inch thick. Okay, so let's go to the detail component. Okay, we need to be in Division 7 or wait a minute. let's try division 9 finishes. Let's try that. I'm looking to see, they're not making a distinction here. Let's go to division 9. Okay, let's go to gypsum, see if we have sheathing in particular. No, let's go to gypsum wallboard. Right here. Okay, gypsum wallboard here. Okay. Now let's see what our options are. So we see that gypsum board can come in 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch. The type X is fire rated, a fire resistant gypsum board. So we're just going to use 1/2 inch right here. 1/2 of an inch. And then we're going to insert it. Okay, and now we can start from the bottom. I selected no for the paper hatching, paper facing, that is. Okay, so I'll move this out of my way. All right, so now that gypsum wallboard goes right here. Okay, starts here. And let's see, can we flip the side of it? Can we,
Yeah, you want to do Y flip.
thank you so much. Oops.
Y flip.
Yep, Y flip. No, X flip for me.
Oh, okay.
X flip. All right.
Oh, yeah, because I guess you're flipping it in the X direction, not the Y direction.
Yes. All right, so we want to stop it right there. Okay, good. Actually, do we want to?
Sure, I was gonna say it goes all the way up.
No, we didn't want to stop it there. We want to continue it up. Let's see. All right, so I'm just going to stretch it up then. Yep, we want to bring it all the way up to, yep, all the way up to where the insulation stops, right here. All right, so that's the exterior of our building, okay? So now,
The only problem is that gypsum board should be touching the C channel.
it doesn't have to touch the C channel, no.
That's what it does in the
I know, that's,
detail.
yeah, that's the way it shows in the, but it doesn't have to touch. And in fact, it's probably better for it not to touch. Okay. All right. So I like it that it's not touching. So now what's supporting that gypsum gypsum sheathing is metal studs, and what's the spacing of those metal studs?
Every 2 feet on center.
Is that what it says?
Yep.
It says
4-inch metal stud, 2 feet on center.
Oh, okay. No, that's two different ones. The metal studs used for this parapet is 2 feet on center. The metal studs for the wall is 16 inches on center. Okay.
Oh, okay, I see that. Yeah.
Yep. So now let's go back to the detail component. Okay, let's go to metals, division 5. And now we want to go to So let's open it up first, would be nice. Okay, then let's go to cold form metal framing right there. Cold form metal framing. Okay, let's go to bearing channels, run. I guess we're going to use bearing channels.
I see in light gauge angles there's 4x 1.5.
Yeah, no, we don't want to use angles.
Structural metal stud framing.
Yeah, where is that? There we go.
That's the next one down. Yeah, C studs or channel studs.
There we go. That's the one I want. Okay, let's look at the channel studs. Let's look at that.
Yeah, there's a 4-inch.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah,
There's also a 4-inch metal stud under C studs too.
I think I want to use the C studs instead. Okay. Yep. Yeah, because the channel studs are at the bottom and at the top. Okay, and then the C channels sit between those. Okay, all right. So we're gonna use C channels. All right. So let's go to our view here. Let me expand it. We're going to go to elevation view. Okay. Okay, so let me flip it about the X. There we go. There's a lot of lines in there, but that's okay. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so now
Yeah, how high do we want to make it?
we're gonna bring it up to the underside of this channel right here. Oops.
Is it the same component for the top?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Same component, but in that case, it's going to start from the top of the metal deck and it's going to go up to to where the brick terminates. Or is that
Yeah,
right?
I was going to say, how
No,
high up do you want it?
where the insulation terminates.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, let me. I had a little error there. Let's see. Draw open sides. I'm going to say no and see what that looks like.
You went all the way up to the
Yeah.
beam on that?
Yep. All the way up to the underside. To the underside of that channel. Alrighty then. Okay. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Seems like my lines are not straight.
Mine looks like it's interfering too for some reason, but I think it's just,
Yeah, but see
I
this,
think it's just the colors, the
no.
deep.
Okay, let's see what's going. Okay, this is the insulation. This is the sheathing. Uh, my the top of this is wrong. Okay. This this stud should be against the sheathing, and it's not. It is at the bottom, but it's not at the top.
Oh, I don't have that problem. I thought you were talking
No. I'm
like
having.
my studs in the seating. It looks like they're intermingling and making weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I drew mine just like the detail component,
Mhm.
and the air gap's 3 and something inches. Like
Cool.
everything lines up perfectly for me.
Okay.
It's just the air gap's wrong. The air gap is 3 7/8 inch.
Well, no. It shouldn't be that. It should be 2 inches, right? 'Cause now listen. We started at the top here, right? Here's the brick veneer, and then this is 2 inches right here. This is the airspace.
Right.
Oh,
I
wait.
drew. Oh, I drew it backwards because that didn't make any sense to me because then the gypsum board's not actually bolted to anything. You know, like it's
Yeah.
not. Well, it's not. It's not like the detail component at least.
No. Okay. Here is the gypsum board here. I mean,
Yeah. See how there's a gap between the decking board and the gypsum board though.
right.
Yeah. I just drew mine like the
No,
detail.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
Because we don't want the airspace to be more than 2 inches. So we should have a 2 inch airspace, 2 inch insulation, a half an inch gypsum board. I'm not concerned about that space right there. I'm not concerned about it because our insulation is going to come over and it's going to cover all that up right there. Because actually, we're going to have our stud. Our stud is going to. Our stud is going to come down. We're going to have a stud here, 4-inch stud here. It's going to come up and it's going to end right here. Okay, so just
Yeah, but is that correct? Because it's not like fully on the frame. It's like overhanging. I feel
no,
like that's wrong.
no,
No. Okay.
that's not wrong. That's wrong because it's the metal stud. It's going to be welded to the steel deck.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this detail component one more time here.
I actually have to get out of here.
Okay.
I took. I forgot about that one. I took both the quizzes, and I'm gonna um
Oh,
I'll, put in the other drawing. I'll finish that, and then I'll catch up on this one.
sure.
What else you guys get done?
Okay.
I gotta get to work.
All right.
All right, you guys have a good weekend.
Okay, you too.
Two, man.
I think I have a problem. Hold on with my. Let me just do a line here. See what's going on. Okay, so that's out of alignment. Okay, so now let's see what the, with me. Okay. My issue was that my drawing was out of alignment here. Okay, so right now I'm just going to draw lines just to get me back to where I need to be. Okay. And my perpendicular O on. That didn't help me at all. Okay, so now that's my 2-inch airspace. Okay? I'm just on these lines right now, so I can see we can get moving. Okay, so this is my insulation. Okay, and 1/2 inch is my sheathing. Good. Good. Then on top of the sheathing, I should have supporting the sheathing. I'm going to have my 4-inch metal studs. So now when I come up here, let's see what's going to happen now. Good. All right, so that's the way it should be. All right. I'm not concerned about this gap right here. I'm not concerned about that. All right. So now 2 inches airspace, 2-inch insulation, 1/2 inch sheathing. All right. Now metal stud, supporting the sheathing. I can come in now. I can show my 1/2 inch gypsum board on the inside here, on the inside right here. So instead of drawing lines, so I'm going to go back over here to my gypsum board. Okay, let's go to division 9 again. Half inch chipboard, okay. Insert it. Okay, so this comes up to the underside of the steel beam here. Good. All right. Wow. Okay, so now airspace, insulation, gypsum sheathing, 4-inch metal stud, 16 inches on center, interior gypboard. All right, so now I'm going to come up here and we're going to add the metal stud again. Metal stud to support this portion of the gypsum sheathing above the roof. Okay. I'll just go back and do it this way. Okay, so now we're going to go to division 4, 5 again. Structural steel. Yeah. See studs. 4 inches. Elevation. Okie dokie. Now we're gonna draw this stuff here, and then we're gonna flip it to the other side. All right, so that brings us to the top. That brings us to the top of this, what I'm calling a parapet. When an exterior wall extends above a roof line, like here, yeah, this extended portion is called a parapet. All right. So now we have two options. We could add our coping on top of this, a coping, but I think we need to do something else first. Okay, we need to add some gypsum board to this side, some gypsum board sheathing. Okay. Okay, so now we got sheathing. Okay, metal stud. Then some more sheathing we have to add, and then we can add the coping. Okay, so now we have our sheathing. I'm just going to draw a line over here because I made that a line initially. All right, let's see my drawing. All right, so now we need to cap off the top of this cavity wall. We need to top off the cap, and the cap needs to extend from here to here. All right, so let's go to the detail component manager. Okay, let's go to division 7, thermal and moisture protection. Okay. Let's go to roof accessories. Let's see what's going to be there. Oh, not there. Yep. Let's go to sheet metal flashing and trim. That's where it is. sheet metal, flashing and trim. Let's go to coping. It's called coping. So let's open up the coping. Okay. See. Good. So let's think this is the one that I want to use, the fascia profiles. I think that's the one I want to use.
Is this in, oh, actually, hold on, I can look.
It's in Division 7.
Division 7, okay.
Yes. It's in Division 7. It's in
Flashing and
flashing
trim.
and trim.
Coping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Coping. And I think the one we want to use is fascia coping. Nope, not that one.
Would just be regular coping.
Yes, I'm sorry. Whew. Horrible. All right.
It's all good.
Horrible. Okay, so let's come down. We want to use the largest one because then we're going to explode it and expand it to our width. Okay, so we're going the largest width that we can choose is 12 inches. So let's go ahead and take that. There it is, and we're just going to insert it just like this. Turn my F3 off for a second. Good. All right. So then we're going to explode it. Okay. And then we're going to come over here to this end right here, and we're going to stretch it. Oops, not exploded yet. Yes, it is.
Yeah, you just want to click the center of it, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think.
I think I can use no. I got to do the end here and do.
Yeah, you can explode it again too.
Yeah. Let's see if it's going to do. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to. I'm just going to move it. Move it up here. Okay. And then let me see if I can stretch it now. See, I just want to stretch it just like that.
Okay.
Good. So now I can take the whole thing and I can move it down where I need it to be.
What was the command for that? Just stretch?
Yeah, stretch. And use a crossing selection. And just get the end that you want to stretch.
Oh. All right, so do you select it before you hit sketch or, oh, no.
No, stretch first.
Stretch first.
And then do a crossing selection at the end that you want to stretch.
How far did you stretch it?
I stretched it far enough for it to cover the top of my parapet wall.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to bring it down, and then I'm going to let's just turn FB off. All right, and then I'm turning my F8 off so I can just bring it down here, just like that. Not a big deal. Okay, good. So I kind of just visually spaced it It's not a big deal. All right, so now I think we have that cavity wall just about done for this side. So now what we need to do is mirror all of this to the other side over here. So we got to do. Okay. So let's, I gotta see what do I have over here. I just have the brick, all right? So let's do the mirror command. No, I guess, yeah. We'll mirror it and then we can add the roof insulation. So I need to mirror. I need to mirror this. 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 Okay. Anything else I'm missing? I think I'm missing this line. Okay. All right. I think I have everything that I need. So here's my mirror line right here. I'm gonna have 8 back on. All
What the
right.
heck? Exactly how I didn't knock down frigging Mirage is a mystery.
Sorry about that. I left it on to my brothers in the background.
That's okay.
Sorry.
All right. So now I mirrored everything that I needed from this side over to this side. That looks pretty good. We'll go back later and get some of these layers straightened out. Okay. Right now we just want to get the components done. All right. Almost there. Good. So we see we have our grade line resting against our brick veneer, which it should be. The brick is below grade. That's good. Oh, I know why my hatching is missing, because my ACAD pattern file is missing. That's why it's not hatching. Okay.
I have the same issue.
Pardon me?
I have the same issue.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to add that ACAD pat file so that our hatching but I tell you what, if you open this drawing in regular AutoCAD, all the hatching will be there. You can go ahead and hatch it that way if you want to. Okay. After we have do this, if you want to open it up in regular AutoCAD, you'll be able to access the standard hatch patterns.
It's worth a shot, I guess.
Yeah, it is. I've been trying to load the ACAD pat file, but haven't been successful. But I do know that's one alternative. If you just, again, open up in regular AutoCAD, the hatch patterns are going to be there and do your hatching. Okay. Okay. So now we can go ahead and add the roof hatching. Okay. Not the roof insulation. Okay. Again, we're going to be using rigid insulation. So we want to go back to detail component, division 7. Thermal insulation, rigid insulation, 2-inch rigid insulation. And we're going to be putting 2 layers of 4-inch insulation in, 2 layers, okay? So insert here. So we want to start here. Okay, here's our first layer. Bring it all the way over from, let it stop at the sheathing. Good. Then we want to do our second layer. Oh, I can change that. Started the wrong place, but I can change that. Bring it over here. Good. All right, so I have 2 layers of insulation. It's good. That's what we need. Come back over here. I need to just stretch this. There, good. All right. All right, perfect. So now we need to flash the joint. Now we need to flash actually the connection between the insulation and this parapet wall. But first, we have to add our roofing. The kind of roofing that we're using is called a single ply roofing membrane. We're just going to draw it as a line right now. It is a single ply. It's like a rubber membrane, okay? And as opposed to built-up roofing where you have multiple layers of roofing material, this single ply uses like one rubberized membrane. So that's going to go directly on top of the insulation. Let me see. I may have something else on top. I forgot. Okay, good. So we see that we have single ply roof membrane on 2 layers of 2-inch rigid insulation on air control membrane on 1/2 inch, 1.5 inch roof depth. All right, so we're not going to show the air control membrane, but we're going to show the roofing this way. We want to, and I'm just going to give myself a little, I'm going to do a polyline here. I'm going to do a polyline. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go up 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. Good. And then I'm just going to draw a line. And this line is representing the air control membrane as well as a single ply roofing. So I'm going to bring it all the way over here and I'm going to terminate it here. Good. So now that's my roofing membrane. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this roofing membrane here and I'm going to back it away like a 1/2 inch. Good. And then I'm going to take that membrane and I'm going to turn it up this wall by 6 inches. I'm going to turn it up against this sheathing by 6 inches. Okay. 6 inches. Good. And I need to do the same thing over here. Good. So I backed it away 1/2 inch. And this is really so you can see the distinction between the roofing and the sheathing. When you apply, you notice there's not going to be a space there, but we're just using some architectural license here. All right, so now we're going to take this and we're going to bring it up 6 inches. Cool. All right, so now we've taken that membrane, the roofing membrane, turned it up the wall. That's good. It's going to help us, right? That keeps rainwater from out of this gap. Right? Not having a gap there, turning up the wall, no gap, prevents moisture infiltration. All right. So now what we want to do, we want to counter flash this. We're going to counter flash it. Okay. By taking some single ply membrane flashing and coming over here, applying it to, so I may have to move my coping a little bit. Applying it to the sheathing here, and it's going to come over here and it's going to overlap this, right? And then it's going to extend out 6 inches. Okay, it's called counter flashing. So let me move this out of my way, I think. Okay, let's move this up out of my way for a second. All right, and then I'm gonna do another polygon, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna come 1/2 inch away. Okay, so now I want to bring this down to right about there. Okay. And then I'm going to come at F8 off so I can angle it like I want to. Okay, I don't care what the angle is. Okay. Then I'm going to bring it down to here. Okay, bring it down to here. It's not a big deal, not a big deal. Okay, and then I'm going to extend it out 6 inches here. And that's my counter flashing that goes over top of the roof membrane, just like that. So I'm going to mirror that over to the side. Let me move this out of the way. Just move my coping out of the way for a second. So now I'm back over here. Save my drawing. Come back over here, and I'm going to mirror this counter flashing. So I'm going to mirror this. What, do I have it turned up over here? I do, yeah. So I just want to mirror this. Okay, my mirror line, I can be here, it doesn't matter, right here. Turn my F8 on, make sure it's on. Okay, that's where it is. Try to mirror that again. Do it down here so I can see better. I can't see it. There it is. So I got it finally. All right, so now what I want to do, I want to move my coping back to where it needs to be. I may have to stretch it a little bit more. I think that'll work. So now I can move it where I want to be. Good, good enough. So to ensure that they're in the right place, I'm just going to erase this one. And I'm going to mirror the other one. All right, so I got it in the very same place. You see my drawing? All right, so I think all that you have to do now is to follow the sample drawings and start to add the notes and the dimensions. Of course, here you need to add the splice plate here that joins these two members together, and you can get that splice plate from the framing plan of section C. So we need a splice plate here. Okay. Okay, let's do this though. Okay, let's do this. Let's add the reference, the section reference, boundary reference there. Okay, let's do that. So let's make our pardon me. Let's make our current layer. Let's put it on the add-on note layer. Okay. Good. So now we need to come here and let's go to tools. Let's go to design tools. Let's go to annotate tab. It's already open here. Let's choose this detail boundary, or in this case, it's a section boundary. Okay. Let's establish the first corner. And then let's establish the second corner. Opposite corner. Okay, let's establish where we're going to put our leader. We'll put it over. If you want to follow the sample drawing exactly, pardon me. Well, let's put it here. Okay. And we're going to enter that. We're going to cancel out of that. Okay, good. Of course, my annotation scale is 1/2 of an inch equals a foot here. That's what it needs to be. But before I do that, okay, and then okay, we can exit. Pardon me. We can exit out of this. Okay. And we're making reference to section A. Cross-referencing to section A on S101. Okay, so S-101. Okay, good. Now the last thing we want to do, okay, you want to take all of this. Now the last thing we're going to take this, and we want to put it on the SNL note layer, like we did the others. SNL note. There we go. So it's blue. And then, like we did last time, we want to come over here. And we want to right click and go to properties and see if we can get okay. Okay, our line type scale is 1. See what direction do we need to go in. Oh, I think I know what was happening there. We need to change the we need to change the line type from continuous to hidden. To good, that'll help us. Now, whoops. Let's see. Change it back to 1. See where it takes us. Okay, that's good. Let's change it to 2. Okay, let's change it to 3. Let's change it back to 2. Cool. And then the last thing we want to do with that, we want to change it to its width globally. So just like we did last time, we're going to change the global width to 1/4 of an inch to give us a thicker line. Good. And I think that looks pretty good, pretty close to the sample drawing. Okay. And the last thing we want to do here, this section here, we're saying that it's similar to section A, but it's not quite the same. All right, so that's why we have words similar there. So let's go to annotate, make sure that our current text style is what is it? Arch. We want to use single line. Okay. Okay. A justification. Let's do top center.
The global width, 1/4 of an inch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And then you want to come over here. You want to change this to specify top right here. Let's enter that. Okay, we're going to type in similar. Okay, skip out of that. Did I spell someone right? I think I did. Nope, I didn't spell it right. There we go. All right, now the rest of it, we're gonna deal with the layers, right, to make sure that it prints perfectly when we're gonna print it out. But essentially, that is the section minus the hatching and the dimensions and the notes, and I know you know how to do that. So just make sure that you have your annotation scale here set to half of an inch. Okay. So I'll let you go ahead and work on that. Okay. And then I think next time we get together, okay, we should definitely finish up this drawing next week, because section detail 1 is just like we did before. It's actually taken from this section right here, and we're going to change the we're going to be adding the notes to a different layer, so that when we go to paper space, right, we can freeze and thaw those notes because they're on different layers, right? But we're not reproducing this to create detail 1. We're using the same detail, but just changing our annotation scale. All right. Are there any questions about what we did today? Okay. So I'll just let you go ahead and continue to work on the building section.
Excuse me, Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Yes, I have a question. I just trying to finish up this and then get on the next work.
Yes.
I'm having similar problem. I don't know if it is a software or it's my fault. I'm trying to upload the title block. Every time I go through the process, it just won't show up in paper space.
Okay, the title block. Is it already part of your template?
I actually store it.
Show me what you mean, please. Okay, let me save my drawing here, and I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, show me what's happening.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I tried to insert the title block.
Oh, you mean the main title?
Yeah, the main title. Yep.
Now I understand what you mean. But okay, but I don't see your title block either, though.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Not the main title. I'm trying to insert the title block, but every time I go through the process of inserting it, it just won't show. I went to your page setup and everything. It just won't show.
Okay. What layer? You got to make sure that when you inserted it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go to model space. Let's go to model space. Okay, where are your layouts though? I don't. Okay. Let's go back to paper space. Your layouts aren't showing at the bottom.
I got layout 1 and layout 2.
Okay. All right. Let us make sure that when you're inserting this, that you're not inserting it on a, well, no.
Yeah, because the last drawing I did, I had similar problem. And that was before I had the problem with the detail component manager. So I thought everything was kind of resolved since I had to like reload the software. But
Okay, all right. So, all right, so now what layout is this?
for the title block,
Yeah. No, where are your layouts?
I was just trying to insert there, and then when I can get to you to show me how to put the title block, and then I could just do all the setup.
Okay, hold on a second. Go to options, please. Go to the application menu up here. The big A. Okay, now choose options. Okay. Let's go to display tab, second tab, display. Okay. Check display layout and model tabs. Check that for me. It says, right here it says, come down. It says layout, yeah. Check that and then okay. Okay, good. So now, okay. It started to show your model and layout tabs down here. What happened?
It's only showing them when I go. Okay, now it's showing layout and model
Okay.
down.
Oh, okay. Hover down here, please.
Here.
Yeah, I was trying to get your layout, your model and your layouts to display next to the status bar down here.
Yeah, it's displaying now. It wasn't doing that first.
Okay, because we just made it do it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I've been so frustrated about this.
That's okay. That's okay. I understand. We're gonna get through it together. All right.
Yeah.
So now all right. So this is layout number. Oh, could you display it again? Could you?
The one that is active is layout number 1. I can switch
Okay.
it to.
Okay. So could you right click on layout number 1?
Yes, I just did.
Okay. Could you go to yeah, manager?
Yeah.
Could you go to modify? Okay, so you see what the issue is here, right? That's still in letter. Okay, that should be.
Yeah, but I actually came over to page setup and I changed it to the size of the title block. When I went to insert, it won't even show when I click on insert.
Oh, okay, but right now it's set to the wrong paper size again.
Yeah, it changed. I think it automatically changed, but I went back and then changed it to ARCHD 24 by 36.
Okay, do that again for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so okay to that, please. Okay.
It is just being active now. It was not doing any of this earlier.
Okay, of course, it's going to do it now. Okay, so now what you can do is follow the instructions. Okay, follow the instructions. Put the title block in here again. Okay, but now this also should be part of your template, right? Your architectural structure template. But okay, in regards to that, let's see if we can insert that title block in there now. So go to how did we do it? We went to
go to classic insert.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I tried all of these. I was just not successful. It's just showing now. Should I leave explode unchecked?
It doesn't matter if you want to insert it and it's already exploded. It's up to you.
Okay. So just okay, right?
Well, let's browse. Okay, no, here it is there. Okay,
Yeah, it's right here.
let's see if we can insert it in there now.
It's not showing.
Okay. Okay, let's try that again.
One more time.
But now I want you to browse to where you have it stored. Browse.
I just did.
Okay,
It just loaded. Do I have to check specify on screen?
no, you don't want to do that.
Okay.
Have you okay?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, now, so, okay, let's see what we need to do. Okay. Check redefine block. Okay, do a zoom extents for me. Zoom extents.
I just did.
Okay.
It's nothing showing.
All right.
Okay, I can see a title block, but it's kind of like very small, right in the corner.
Right. So that's what I wanted to see. Okay. Could you bring that in, please? I mean, could you zoom into that? All right. Now, I put a new title block in the Dropbox. You remember?
Yeah, by going to the Porter and resources,
Right.
Google Drive.
Right. I put a new title block there, and if you use that one from the go to resources, go to the Dropbox, right, and download that particular title block into your folder. Okay. I think that one will work because that one will resolve the kind of this problem that you was having before.
Okay.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, the whole time I was having the problem, I went back and did exactly what you're telling me. So I think I should have it among my downloaded files. One of my
Okay.
Okay, it's right here.
Okay.
It's right here.
Okay.
So I'll move it to